Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Slice of Fried Gold. My name is Paddy.
I'm Ben.
If you're joining us for the first time, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and if you are listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. With that all being said, Ben, how the devil are you?
I feel like we should start this pod off with an apology if we are very quiet.
Yes.
Normally I have to try and quieten us down so we're not bursting people's eardrums, yet it seems today is opposite day.
Yeah, because we've just spent 10 minutes trying to organise the microphones because they don't seem to be working.
They don't want to know today.
They're like, no, we shall just be quiet.
Yes. They're on strike today, which is just not fun. So I'll start off with that apology.
Yes.
So I had a date the other day. It was fine, it was lovely, nothing really to report. I'm seeing him again this weekend. The thing I wanted to talk about is he had a 6-month-old Springer Spaniel.
Aww.
And it was attached to me. Like, there was a moment where it was like up against me. And it was like when I say up against me, it literally had its it was on its back legs, its paws up in the air, like against me. Its body was smushed up against my leg as close as it could fucking get. And its eyes were just gazing at me with like, the only way I can describe it is eyes of adoration.
Oh, wow.
And he even said like, yes, I know it's cold, thank you, car. The car just bleeped at me to tell me it's cold.
At least the car's finally realised what the fucking temperature is out here.
But yeah, and he even said like, even I don't get looked at by the dog by that. And I was just thinking, this would be the moment, if my life was a TV show, this would be the moment where the old crotchety guy would go, you have him, he's obviously more into you, you know, kind of thing.
Or like your voiceover going, little did he know this was the start of a beautiful friendship.
Yes. That is my companion. I feel like I need to dognap him now. Because that apparently he doesn't even get that love.
Wow.
So yeah. But dogs are a good judge of character, so there you go.
Didn't judge you well, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, you agreed!
Yeah. Well, you know, I know, bitch, I know what I'm about. And I don't know if I brought it up on here yet, but I got caught speeding the other day. I think I brought this up on here. I finally did my speed awareness course.
Oh yes, how was that?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay.
What I am going to comment on was there was a moment where I was sitting there.
Yeah.
And this realization suddenly hit me.
Yeah.
Of if Harry Potter existed.
Yeah.
And this like, I know people say, Ben, you're Harry Potter obsessed. And it's like the fact that I'm sitting in a speed awareness course and my brain just goes, Harry Potter. It just proves.
Of course.
Of course. But the thought that crossed my head was, if Harry Potter existed, like the universe existed, and I was in that universe, I'd be Hermione Granger.
Yeah.
Follow me with this.
Oh, God.
So
this is going to be a leap and a bound. Right, okay.
So, because I didn't agree with me getting caught speeding, because I disagree with what came through on the speeding ticket.
Yep.
When I was going there, I was like, I'm not going to, like, the thing comes through and it's like, you need to participate, you need to show, like,
willing and all that bollocks.
Yeah. But I was like, I'm going to participate the minuscule amounts
the net's width
to pass this. I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to do discussions. So that was my mindset going into it. Now there's a moment in the final Harry Potter book when Hermione says some information.
Okay.
And Harry looks at her, and what goes through his mind is, she just has a compelling urge to answer any question put in front of her. Do you see where I'm going now?
Yeah, I see where this is going, 100%.
I was there going, no, I'm going to rebel, I'm going to, protest, this is not my thing. That was the crash I drove past earlier.
Yeah.
Paddy's rubbernecking. But yeah, I was like, I'm going to sit here and do a silent protest.
Yeah.
I'm not going to participate.
Yeah.
Guy asks a question and just this need.
I must have validation.
Exactly. I must answer it and I must be correct. it just overcome me to the point where...
You just summed up your whole personality.
Yeah. To the point where pretty much 90% of the questions asked, I was the first one to answer them. And it was that moment, that little voice in my head just went, you realise you're Hermione Granger. And I was like, shit, I am.
Oh,
I'm not saying I'm the smartest person in the room. I'm just saying that I have this need and this urge to answer questions.
Oh dear.
And that's probably why I'm on the spectrum. Other than that, nothing else to report.
Okay.
Paddy, how are you?
I'm okay. It's actually been a very busy weekend for January. Been quite rushed off our feet. However, I had the most surreal moment on Saturday.
More surreal than half-naked guy?
Don't know. I'll let you be the judge.
Okay.
So, went upstairs to do the hotel room checks before people start checking in.
Yeah.
Did all that, blah, 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 blah. Come downstairs. And as I come downstairs, I noticed several more tables had been sat. And they weren't tables that were booked, so we've obviously had walk-ins.
Right, yeah.
And you know the stairs that lead up to the rooms?
Yep.
As I came down and then went left towards the bar and then towards the back where like my computers are and office spaces towards the kitchen, there's a table of 4 right there. And there's father and daughter and then like mum on this side. So
Right.
it's like a 2 and a 1 and
Yeah.
an empty seat. And the dad is sitting in front of the empty seat. And I looked at him and I went, Christ, I think I know you. And then as I turned and then walked, because I clocked him as I went down the stairs.
Firstly, pause.
Pause.
You recognising someone, not surreal, not far-fetched. You recognise everyone. Carry on with your story.
Yeah. You wait until I tell you who it was.
Okay.
I then stopped and then did the classic double take and looked at him and locked square-eyed with him.
Yeah.
And I panicked and I walked away because I realised it was Mr. Thompson, the old headmaster of Orwell, who got caught having an affair with his secretary.
Oh.
I was like, good God. Like, you know when you're just like completely out of context and you're just like, why are you here?
I mean,
what is going on?
Just because he's had an affair does not mean he's banned from restaurants.
No, I know.
Imagine that. No shirt, no shoes, no affairs.
Yeah, basically. But it was so surreal. You know, when you just like, it would have been seeing like Mr. Ewers there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the most, out of everybody that it could have been, any teacher that I may have known or met, because obviously we went to the other school to have lessons as well. But to then see him there sitting at me, and then he knew that I knew him, because he was suddenly very sheepish at looking away from me.
Yeah, right.
So he obviously clocked that I knew him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And I didn't go over to that side of the restaurant. I stayed on the other side. I was like, I'm not getting involved in this. I'm not going to make that family feel any more awkward. I'm going to hide.
Yeah.
But you know, when you just have that most surreal moment, I was just like, what the fuck?
I mean, you work in a hotel restaurant.
Yeah.
Probably 90% of your clientele is affairs.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We've discussed this before in this podcast, that how many people come to hotels for a jolly.
See, now no.
But I mean, he was obviously there dining with his family
Yeah.
and visiting the area.
So I don't think I've ever told you this, but one of the teachers at our high school tried to sue the company I worked for.
Okay. What, the hotel company you were?
No.
Oh, okay. What company?
The takeaway across the road. Did I tell you that one? Well, so
I did not.
back when the world was new, you know,
We were young. And
innocent, full of potential and hope. I worked at the takeaway across the road from me just for some, cash.
Moolah.
Some moolah. In fact, I think at the age of 12,
Yeah.
I was the most paid person in the whole year.
Yeah, you were.
It was great. Anyway, one of the drama teachers, shall we say,
Yeah.
her family liked to order from said takeaway.
Okay.
And this takeaway did a deal that once you got over a certain limit, you got a free dish.
Yes,
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah. That was when I first experienced my first ever experience of upselling of, oh, if you spend £2 more, you get a free dish.
Yes.
And then they would end up spending like £7.
Yeah, because like the cheapest dish was like £7, yeah?
Oh, no, but they would like choose something they liked, which is about £7. Anyway, they got over the threshold. I said, oh, you get a free dish. What would you like? And they're like, oh, we don't know. We've chosen everything we want. What do you suggest?
Okay.
And I just went, oh, well, the most popular dish that most people will have for free is the satay chicken. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they were like, yes, great, we'll have that.
Okay.
Now, this was before...
Oh, I know where this is going.
You had to ask if anyone had any allergies or anything.
Yep.
And for people who don't know, satay chicken is a peanut curry.
Yes.
With chicken in it, obviously. Turns out one of their kids is deathly allergic to peanuts.
Yes.
They tried to sue the Chinese
Oh.
for poisoning their child.
Oh.
But I think they got away with it when it was like, well, did you ask what was in the satay chicken? No. There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I do think on the menu it did say nuts.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure. But yeah, they tried to sue that.
Oh, wow.
And so you know which teacher it was.
Yeah.
It was the dance drama teacher.
Or
dance drama couple, should we say.
Yeah, the old LF, yeah.
Yeah. It was them.
I didn't realise. Oh, wow, okay. Damn.
Imagine having to go back into drama after they've just threatened to sue the company you work for because you were the one who went, oh, satay chicken's nice.
Did they ever know it was you?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
Because I had...
Oh, dear!
There was a deer. Well done. I didn't even spot it. But yeah, I had both of them, because both teachers taught at our school. I had both of them for the following years, and neither of them said anything to me.
Well, they were either completely oblivious or very professional.
I'm going to go for the former.
Oh, so am I.
So yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Now you know, one of their kids deathly allergic to peanut.
No, dear,
Or
no.
murderer.
We don't joke.
No. We
Wow.
in the hospitality business take allergies seriously.
Yes. But if you don't tell us, then it's still your fucking fault.
Yes.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Oh, fair.
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, other than that, that basically was that was the bizarre thing of my weekend. That was what happened to me. Other than that, not a lot else really happened, I'm afraid.
Fair enough.
So, should we talk film?
Let's talk film.
Rightio. So, we've just been to see Wolfman.
I was about to say, is there a bubble in your throat? You're sounding a bit weird.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
I was trying to move over it, Ben.
Oh, we know me. I go right back onto the subject. There we go. Do you need a little burping? Shall we get a muslin out?
Yes. I'm going to need to jiggle my belly a bit. Give it a rub.
And a pat.
And a pat.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've just been to see Wolfman.
Yes.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I really don't know with this film. I really don't know. I liked that it was like a semi-original take on the werewolf trope.
Yes.
However, saying that, it was a bit boring in the middle. Mm-hmm. I liked the circular nature of the story.
Yes.
I appreciated that.
I appreciate that as well.
But it wasn't like... It was seen so far off.
Yeah.
Like, there were, like, the plot twist was seen a mile away.
Yeah.
So even though it was nice that the story came full circle, it kind of was lost.
Yeah. Question though.
Yes.
Either we watch a lot of movies, or some people do not watch a lot of movies.
We watch a lot of movies.
Because somebody was like, in the screen, I don't know if you heard them, but they said, oh, it's that person.
Oh.
And they were like, oh. And I was just like, how did you not guess it was that person? Like, I'm sorry. Because you went,
I did the Home Alone.
oh, shock horror,
Yeah,
it's this person. And I was thinking, I didn't even said to you, oh, I mean, come on, you know. But I can hear somebody in front of us go, it's this person. I can hear the other person go, oh. And I was just like, it's blatantly obvious that it was going to be that person from the start.
To be fair, to give them, I mean, I generally don't try and give idiots credit. Or the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But because it was that person, that means there's an extra one out there. If you get me.
I agree, however, unless that person...
Unless the rule of the universe is there's only one at a time. Which is possible, but
I had the same...
That's not introduced, that's not explained, that's not conveyed.
Yeah.
So that's then open to the audience's interpretation.
Yeah. Or, if they make enough money, a sequel.
Yeah. Which... Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know, it's a Blumhouse, they give small budget.
They do give some... And also, can we credit Blumhouse?
Yep.
You know, despite their mediocre nature, they are churning movies out like there's no tomorrow.
They are.
Whereas all the other cinema, like all the other studios are just like closing up shop going, no, we can't make them, they're too expensive anymore. These Blumhouse are just like, you know what, fucking do it.
Yeah, but that's because they do it on a cheap budget,
which
99% of the good time can guarantee their money back.
Yeah.
You know, plus a bit of profit. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, sorry. I interrupt and sidetracked you.
Yeah. I really don't know how I feel about it. Yeah. It's a bit of a nothing film, you know, which is a standard for nowadays. I mean, is it a genre of a horror or a thriller?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I thought it was more of a thriller than a horror.
I would say it's more of a thriller. If they tried to say, oh, it's a horror, I'd be like, meh.
But they called it, well, they class it as body horror because obviously the wolf, the wolf changed a bit, you know. Yeah. Which was very reminiscent of American Werewolf.
Yes, I also have to sort of say to him, like, yes, we need to acknowledge that Blumhouse do it on a low budget because that VFX makeup wasn't great.
No.
As I turned to you and said, should be called more Pigman.
Yes.
Not Wolfman. But hey, they've done it on a shoestring budget.
Yeah.
What do you expect? You know, you hire cheap people, you're going to get cheap results. This is true. We all know it.
Yeah.
So yeah, relatively well acted. I liked how you got to see the transformation from both sides.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
I really enjoyed that. I really liked that visual aspect of it. That was really, really
and audio.
And the audio,
yeah. But yeah, I can't decide whether I like it or not yet. And it's not that I need to go back and watch it again. I don't think I will watch it again. It's just...
You need to sleep on it.
Yeah. I need to... It's going to be one of those ones where either I will remember it or ask me tomorrow morning and I'll be like, huh? What did I watch?
You know what? I was editing last week's podcast today.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember what we watched. I was looking at the list of audio that you sent me and I was like, fucking, which fucking thing did we watch? I can't remember. And then I was like, oh yeah, maybe go.
And date added. That's how you work it out. Date added.
I know. That's what I had to do.
But yeah, I don't think I'm going to remember this tomorrow morning. No. Is my end review of this.
Yeah.
Paddy, your thoughts?
I agree with certain aspects of you of what you said. Like we just said, like the visual aspect of what they see to the voice is what he sees. Acting good. It's always difficult to hire children actors as well. I think she did an okay job. I don't think she was the greatest child actor. I don't think she's the worst child actor.
Yeah.
But I thought she was an okay. I liked the parallels, you know, like the whole full circle thing and that story aspect. It was very good. But for me, it was a bit of a disappointment, this film, just because. And I've said about this movie before, the director of this movie is the director of the Invisible Man movie from a few years back during COVID.
Right.
That had Elizabeth Moss from A Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah, let's go with that.
That movie was phenomenal. It's still one of the better horror movies I've seen in a good 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like it kept me on my toes. It was, it drew me in. It had my full attention. It was well shot. It was well directed. The story was great, But then to have this director, who's also co-wrote this film, to then kind of produce this, I felt like it was a big step down from that.
Yeah.
To me, it was just a little bit disappointing. Like you, there was bits where I was like, oh,
Well, yeah, there was one. Well, I'm not talking about the words that you saw coming.
Yeah.
There was one moment where I heard you go, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I was like,
but that was a good visual shot.
But that's what I wanted more of that in that
Yeah.
film. That was such an amazing shot. But that was in the last 20 minutes. The movie was an hour and 45.
Yeah.
It's taken 20 minutes to get to that bit, and like you said,
You mean an hour and 20?
Sorry, an hour and 20 to get to that, to get to that shot. Like, for me, like you said, like after that first initial, the opening story.
Yeah.
To me, like, I thought the pacing was good. I thought the story was cool. I was like really interested to see where it goes, and then it just like ground to a halt. And the story slowed so down. And I know you've then got to kind of establish the new characters that you're bringing in and things like that, because you just had these characters, and now you're bringing in this characters, and their relationship and what's going on in their lives and how they're going to get to that bit. But for what was probably only 20 odd minutes, 25 minutes, it felt so much longer.
Yeah.
It was really, really slow. And we've said this before, that like slow burns can be really good if they're done well. That was not done well. It just felt like it dragged, and it shouldn't have felt like it dragged.
Yeah.
Because you've just ramped it up, and now you've just like slammed on the brakes, emergency stop.
Yeah.
So that was, it was disappointing. But yeah, I mean, I like you said as well, like their take on their werewolf story, on how like you get your Wolfman. I thought that was very clever, and I thought that was certainly a way that we hadn't seen it before, because it's always your classic, getting bit by a wolf on a full moon or whatever.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed. I thought it was very
foggy.
Yeah, it's always foggy around here.
Anyway, carry on.
But yeah, no, I think it was very, very clever. I just thought it was poorly executed.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then like, to me, it's just not a good film.
Yeah.
It was an average film. I don't think it's good. I'm certainly not going to watch it again. I'd rather watch The Invisible Man again by him.
Yeah.
So what can you do? But yeah, well, good bit of acting. I don't, like you said, like at certain bits, I did think the visual VFX, the makeup. Because let's face it, there was no, apart from maybe minor bits, there was no VFX. It was all practical. There was certain bits of makeup that were not so good, and then there were other bits that were good.
Yeah.
And you could just see like where they've had to put their budget and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was just a shame that it took an hour and 20 minutes to get to like the exciting bit, the fun bit.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
What can you do?
Unless we direct it ourselves.
I think the problem is because it's on, as you said, it's on a shoestring budget.
Yeah.
And probably what worked with The Invisible Man, because it came out during COVID, or?
It was released in COVID.
You've got to remember, the inflation and like it's probably had the same budget, but the money back then went so much further.
This is it.
So he's had to make choices, and those choices haven't done quite well.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one.
Yeah.
Is that a traffic light?
It's temp lights. It's temp lights.
Temp lights. Great.
FOV B.
That means we're going to have to pad some more.
Well, since we're talking about werewolf movies, have you seen any other werewolf movies to compare?
Is Prison of Azkaban allowed?
Okay,
yes.
Okay, let's rate werewolves then. Okay, so you got Remus Lupin.
Yeah.
Okay, you got this guy.
Yeah.
You got
Marty McFly.
yeah, Teen Wolf.
Yep.
I'm glad I got
Teen
your
Wolf.
reference. Hugh Jackman from Van Helsing.
Yeah.
That was a good.
That was a good one. Yeah. That was a full furry
it
dog
was
you wanted to scratch.
Yeah, that was a full
Yeah.
one. That was. Underworld.
Underworld. Is Michael Jackson in Thriller? No, he's a zombie. I was about to say, is he a werewolf or is he a zombie?
Yeah, it's kind of like an undead.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen American Werewolf in London, the
No.
classic? Oh, such a good film.
There's also the Marvel Werewolf at Night, isn't there?
Yeah, that was a really good thing.
Yeah.
But then that never spun anything. Why did that never spin anything? It was because Marvel doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mini rant.
Mini rant over. Yeah, the werewolf trope has been done plenty of times. I think this is the same as the Nosferatu issue. The werewolf trope, the vampire trope, have been done loads of times.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to put your own stamp on it.
Yeah, but I do think that, like I said, I do think their version of how you get that your Wolfman in this film was clever.
Yeah.
I did think it was like an original thing. So, but
Yeah.
cool, we've padded enough. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I'm apparently Hermione Granger in my own head,
He is.
and Paddy kind of agrees with the story, with the proof I presented.
Then the flashbacks of high school. So yes.
Yep. What else did I say? I said something else before that. Come on, Paddy.
Doggy.
Oh, yeah. Dogs love me. Great judge of character. Thank you.
Yes.
I will be taking my Nobel Prize now. In awesomeness.
Yeah.
Because it won't be peace.
No, it won't. If you're going to recommend a dish, make sure they don't have any allergies.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any allergies, tell your server, people. That's
Yep.
important.
Yep.
I know everybody, apparently.
You know everyone. And if you recognise a teacher out there that had an affair,
Yeah.
don't talk to them. Or do.
I didn't have the nuts. I did not have the stones to do it, man. I could have been like, I know you. And then just got up and left. But no. Oh, well.
Thing is whilst you knew him, would he? Because
I
we
don't
were
think
from
he
the other school.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just walked those. We had
We
one,
walked them corridors.
We walked them corridors. We had one class there a week.
Yeah.
Would he have gone? Oh, this is one of my kids, or is this one of the kids from the other school? But anyway,
I mean, he would. The amount of faces that he'd probably seen over his career.
it's probably it.
he
I think
wouldn't-
it's more he's clocked your face and gone, shit, he knows me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He must be from Felix. Though.
Yeah. But yeah, go over to him and be like, oh, is this the missus?
Yeah. The new one or the old one?
What are we on now? Wife number 3?
4? You player!
Did he ask for the engagement back from the old one and give it to you, or did he buy a brand new one?
Recycle the
I
same
need
way.
to know. This is information.
Oh dear. And the Wolfman.
And the Wolfman, forgettable.
Disappointing.
It's yeah, it had potential. It's an all right film. Don't recommend it though.
But with that being said, have you seen this week's movie? Have you had any weird interactions with teachers? Have you nearly killed somebody with a peanut allergy? Let us know down below. You can email us at sliceofrygodpod@gmail.com. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. With that all being said, we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Bye guys.